So this video here is the last stretch of our 2-week trip. And in this video, this is when we were staying at the Valley of Fire State Park. We stayed here for 4 nights and, 3 nights. And we had such a great time, which every time we come to Vegas, we go to this park. And it's not a bad drive out from Vegas, but 45 minutes or so, but it's absolutely worth it. And the last time that we took a trip out there, we were riding through the park and we were like, it'd be so cool to camp here sometime. So it's what we decided to do on this trip. We stayed at the Addle Campground, and as you can see in the video and the pictures here, the sites, they were so spacious, so much room. You had views of the beautiful red rocks, super clean bathhouses. It was a great spot, and they also had where you could pay to get some Wi-Fi service as well while you're out there. We got to the campground and got set up and everything that day by I want to say 4:30. So we had, decent amount of time that afternoon, and I wanted to catch a sunset at the Fire Wave. So we went ahead and unloaded our bikes, took a ride through the scenic loop drive in the park, which was absolutely beautiful in the evening. And then we hiked out to the Fire Wave and just hung out there in our little inflatable chairs and caught a really cool, relaxing sunset. And of course, no trip is complete without catching a sunset. Anytime we travel, we love to catch sunset somewhere. And the Fire Wave is it is a great place to go out there because the lines and the rocks with the sky. And then we took our little inflatable chairs with us, which provides such a comfortable seat when you're going somewhere like this out in nature. You're going to be hanging out for a little bit. Highly recommend something like that. But it was such a beautiful, relaxing evening catching the sunset there in the park. All right, so here is our campsite. With a beautiful view. Huge site. There's the covered picnic area. Got a fire pit. It's a really long site, but we turned our camper this way to face the wall, plus to avoid the wind. Look at the views. There's a view out the dining window. The bedroom, the bunk. Just gorgeous views. Not every window. So on our first full day in the park, we decided to go check out the visitor center before we headed out. And then we drove towards Vegas, and we actually did a 2-hour UTV self-guided tour in the desert. Such a cool experience. They had like 70,000 acres. You rent the thing for 2 hours, and they just send you out on your own to explore and see whatever you want to see. Check out all the different trails.
We're riding in the sand dunes. Beautiful view.
So this experience, it was a new adventure for us in this area. We've rented UTVs before, like when we went on cruises, but this was so cool. It was almost, though, a little bit freakish because they send you out into this area, and there's just random roads everywhere for you to drive up. There's no map, and they just tell you have 2 hours. And when I tell you, I mean, we drove nonstop for 2 hours, hardly passed anybody that was in our group when we all took out at the same time. And we actually were a little bit worried that we weren't going to make it back to the place within the 2 hours, because we kind of, I mean, we weren't lost, but when you get out through there, all those windy little roads that just go up the hills and stuff, it is easy to just kind of get turned around a little bit. So I got my phone out and just used Google Maps to, kind of guide along where we were at. But this was such a cool experience. 2 hours, I would like to have had a little bit longer. Maybe we could have packed some snacks or something. But it's something we hadn't done out in the desert before, so we weren't too sure. But hands down, I would recommend this. The campground of this state park, they have 2 of them. The one we stayed at had hookups. I want to say the other one did not have electric and water, or they may not have had water. I can't really remember, but this one had water and electric, and then they had a dump station. And for $35 a night to get the views that you get, and then to have access to the park, they close their gates at a certain time, but when you're camping in the park, you can just keep exploring. So we took our bikes out every evening, did the scenic loop. One day we rode from one end of the park to the other entrance, did that. We did a couple of hikes. We did the Mouse Tank Trail. Of course, we did the Fire Wave, and there was another one. I cannot remember the name of it. Rainbow something, I believe. I can't remember. But anyways, the road that cuts through this park, which, like so many parks, they're so full of beautiful scenery. And having an e-bike to actually go through, ride through the parks, not, feel like you're about to die because you're having to exert yourself on a bike. It's just, the e-bikes are my favorite toy that we have bought for ourselves to take on trips, because I try to take them everywhere we go, so we can just ride around as much as we can without getting the vehicle out.
Oh, it feels like that, like summer airs through window cracks. Oh, it feels like that, like summer sun on quiet tracks. Oh, it feels like that, like the summer rain that falls so slowly on the naked skin upon your back. Oh, it feels like that, like a love song on a worn out track. Yeah, it feels like that.
So during our stay at this park, I would say that we rode our bikes a good 30 to 40 miles in the evenings while we were camping here, because I just couldn't get enough of this scenery. And pictures and videos, just for anyone that's been, it just does not do the place justice. And this was the Addle Rock. We walked up to check that out. We went and seen Elephant Rock. We went to the memorial site. And there's so much to do in this park. And then, the scenery there. I will say the park is, it's out there. There's not anything around. You got quite a drive of just nothing to get out there, but it's so worth it. And at nighttime with the dark sky and the stars, and when the moon was reflecting off of all these red rocks when we were riding on our bikes, it was just, it almost felt like we were on another planet. So I would definitely, if you're out this way and you got some time, you got access to a camper or rent an RV, to definitely check it out. And I mean, you can see here the campsites, they were so nice, and you had that covered area for your picnic table. And then we had no facilities, so we have to use the shower house, and it was so clean, and especially for a state park, it was definitely on the better end as far as the cleanliness and just overall the niceness of what was there, and the shower itself. And it actually had the little wand that you could use, great water pressure. It was just, we were very, very impressed with it being a state park, how the bathroom facilities were. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this little stretch at Valley of Fire State Park with us. If you like this kind of content, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.